Adding a new option into your existing payment system doesn't have to be difficult. You want to find an open banking provider that will make the journey as smooth and safe as possible. In this video, I'm going to show you what integrating an open banking solution could look like for your business. We'll focus on what integrating an open banking payment solution will look like, how much support you'll need from your new provider, and the security and stability of your new solution. So, let's start with integration. Integration can actually feel a long way off when you're only just starting to find an open banking payment solution. However, it's worth gathering as much information as you can before you make that decision. The process of turning a proposed payment experience into a working reality can be endless if you go in without all the facts. This is where a lot of acronyms come in, so stay with me. There are several ways you can add open banking to your business. The most common way is with an API. You can connect that API directly or via an existing partner, like a PSP. That API can be delivered via software developer kit. Equally, it can be delivered by hosted payment pages. Your provider can help you actually find options that make sense for your business. One big thing to consider is how much developer resource you have. A great open banking provider will consider your in-house capacity. Once you've decided what the best option is, ask your provider how much time they expect the integration will take from start to finish. This will then help you both set realistic timelines. During integration, you'll need excellent support from your new provider. Support doesn't end once the integration is complete. This relationship creates a strong feedback loop where you can solve any issues quickly and proactively. But actually, it should go beyond that. A good provider will identify and explore new benefits and opportunities to keep up with customer expectations. You should get a point person, known as a customer success manager. They'll find ways to drive value for your business, but will also be an advocate for you within their own company. Beyond a customer success manager, you'll want to know how much access you have to client operations. This is also known as client care or customer support. Importantly, you'll need a first point of contact in case something goes wrong. So make sure you know how much access you have to these teams. Find out what technical support they can provide remotely and what languages they can speak. Equally, their hours of operation and their response speed are crucial. This can seem like a lot when you haven't even started yet, but trust me, it's these details that make great providers stand out from the rest. After all, we're talking about money, stability, and security here. You've got to be able to trust your provider. Money drives both our business and our customers. We all need our transactions to be secure and for our technology to be stable. A stable API is virtually always working. Your provider should be focused on keeping downtime to an absolute minimum. Equally, a secure provider is committed to protecting themselves and you from cyber criminals. You can assess stability by checking if your provider has a public API status page. Here you can see the uptime of the API. That is, essentially, how long it's been running successfully. It will also show you when there is downtime and for how long. You're looking for consistency here, an API that's almost always running, but when it does go down, the provider gets it up and running again quickly. If an API suffers from significant downtime, quiz your provider on what happened. Ask them, for example, how long did it take them to discover they had a problem? How long did it take to fix? How many customers were actually affected by that incident, and what have they done to make sure the same issue doesn't happen again? Security comes down to your provider having a rigorous information security program. At the end of the day, we're talking about financial data here, so you actually want your provider to have a dedicated security team in place. They should run a consistent threat modeling program to mitigate any potential vulnerabilities. There are also security protocols and certifications that indicate a high level of dedication to keeping their systems safe. For example, something like a SOC 2 certification. We hope we've armed you with the right information and the right questions you need to find the best open banking provider. Choosing open banking payments is an exciting step forward for your business. Here at Truelayer, we have a team of payment experts who are ready to answer any questions you may have about the buying process. Book a meeting with us to begin your open banking journey.